Why, hello, everybody. Welcome to week 4 here in correctional systems. We just got a few things to talk about this week, and then, we'll just have a short weekly update. So let me go ahead and get out of the way, and we'll start talking about what we've got going on. First, this week, we're going to be looking at Chapter 3 on community corrections, diversion, and probation. So remember to go ahead and print out your exam review so you can be working on it as you complete this week's material, watching the video and reading the chapter in the book. That way you'll be able to submit your chapter 3 discussion, including the exam review and what you found most interesting about the chapter, including that in a single post. Please do it that way. And after that, you'll have to take the quiz for the chapter. Make sure you make at least a 70. But again, I'll remind you that you can retake it as many times as you want, and you can increase your grade, get it up to a 100. The quizzes are worth 15% of your final grade. So if you can get a 100 average for that, that can boost your grade up considerably. So just keep that in mind. You could increase your score by a full letter grade at the end, your final grade for the semester. Also, remember to complete the Chapter 2 discussion and follow the rules. I've got one person's I don't know what they're doing. They're not following them at all. They're actually responding to them. So look, if you get less than 100, read the rubric where I've marked what came off. You need to follow the instruction. Go back to week 2 and watch the video that tells you exactly what's expected of you in the discussion. I've got very specific things you have, and there is a goal behind this. This is getting you to study for the exam, and we will be having an exam coming up, I believe, next week. So let's kind of scroll over there and look at that. So again, make sure you get the follow-up discussions done correctly. And again, be in preparation for your exam because it is coming up in week 5. So next week we'll have an exam that covers chapters 1 through 3. And I want you to use your notes and incorporate those other answers into your notes that were different than yours. So if you've got a student, if you've got somebody else who's got an answer that is right and you know yours is wrong, maybe you take yours out. I would suggest leaving yours in, and just in case yours is right. Definitely, if you've got an answer that they've got that is different than yours, that might be right, and yours might be right, you want to keep them in your notes for taking the exam. Now, you can't use a copy of their notes, but if you're looking at 1 or 2 answers that are different, or several answers that are different, you can add them to your notes and then resave it, because you'll be able to use that on the exam. You'll be able to use your book on the exam. You will not be able to use anything else on the exam, so just kind of keep that in mind. We'll probably talk a little bit more about it next week before you take the exam. The other thing that's coming up that you should be working on, besides studying for exam number 1, is your research paper. It's due in 2 weeks. It's due by the end of the 6th week on September 30th. And it is real important that you have completed your interview really soon if you haven't already. You're actually late if you haven't done it now. Things come up with interviews. Sometimes the person you've got set to interview ghosts you. They don't show up. They don't respond to your emails or whatever. So you may have to go to plan B or even plan C. That's why I implore you to get them done now and not wait till the beginning of week 6, because you may not get it done. And you can't pass the class unless you've got an interview in your research paper. So it's really, really important that you get it done. Well, that's all I've got for you this week. Just get those discussions in, get that research paper completed, and I will talk to you again later.